Hello, this is Simply Adventuring coming to you here from Lake Grubb Nature Park. And I'm going to give you a little information about Lake Grubb Nature Park here. So, Lake Grubb is located here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's a spring-fed lake that was formed after an iron ore mine operated by the Grubb family was abandoned and filled with water. The mine, part of the Chestnut Hill Iron Ore Company, was active until 1907. The site was later used as a water source for Mountville Borough until 1998. Today, it's a popular nature park. The Grubb family, known for their iron manufacturing dynasty, developed the site as an iron quarry in the 1830s. They mined and supplied iron ore to furnaces along the Susquehanna River. After the mine closed, the pit filled with water, creating Lake Grubb. The clean water of Lake Grubb was used by Mountville Borough as a drinking water source for many years. In 2003, Lake Grubb was officially opened as Lake Grubb Park, a public recreation area. The park offers hiking trails, fishing areas, picnic pavilions, a playground, and a restroom facility. Swimming, boating, and pets and other activities are restricted. So, how deep is the lake? The lake has a depth of up to 180 feet at its deepest. So this is the parking lot. As you can see, there's many people here right now as well. And this is the park map, if you want to. It has the 1/4 mile ADA trail, which comes up right through here. You're gonna follow this trail, as you know, as we're gonna go through there as well. So the trail goes around near a pavilion and then comes right back up around this way for 1/4 mile. But the main trail is 1 mile long, so we're gonna go through that. So it's a slightly overcast day, but it's very comfortable. Oh my gosh, and I could smell my favorite smell around this time. It is now June, so if you know which plant that's very has a powerful scent right now at this time, which some of it is right there, if you know what that is, that's what I'm talking about. So there's your restroom, and then there's pavilion number 1. There's two people sitting there right now. There we go. And we're coming up on the lake. So this is a pretty easy trail to do. It's only has like one section up where we're heading to. That goes uphill a bit and then comes back around this way. But before I do go on the trail, let's look along the shoreline here. It's interesting that used to be trees. and they're still sticking out of the water here. So I'm out here doing this hike to discuss a little bit of why I haven't been putting out videos, and I'm gonna discuss it more as walking the trail and giving you a little bit more information as to why I wasn't putting out too many videos. Okay. So the trail, you can do it any which way you want to do it, counterclockwise, clockwise. I'm going to do it clockwise because actually this is where the starting line is. Right here, the official start of the trail is right here. And as you can see, or you can't see, this gentleman is doing some fishing. And this is also great for a day leisurely hike as well. I didn't put on my hiking shoes because this is a pretty easy trail to do and don't really need it today. So as opposed to other trails that I've done where you need some decent hiking shoes. So anyway, I'm turning it so you can see me as I'm walking down the trail. Just wanted to show you a little bit of the trail. Like I said, again, it's a slightly overcast day now to this point of the day, so I decided to come out here at this time of the day, late in the afternoon or early evening now, to basically do like a walk and talk. So why haven't I put out videos? Well, to be honest, I got into a mental health state that I never expected to get to. You know, it was brought on almost this time last year when my actually I can sit down and talk to you a little bit too as well. There's viewpoints right there of the lake at different locations, and right here there's a little bench that you can swing on as well. So so about a year ago, I had a whole bunch of videos that I had done, including the my section hike of the Conestoga Trail. I was able to put up 3 videos of that, the first 3 sections. But unfortunately, when I went to continue to what do you call it, edit more videos, I encountered a problem with my external hard drive that contained at least 2, almost 3 months worth of video footage, not just of that hike, several other hikes, and as well as other locations I had visited as well. Because as you know, I'm more of a variety channel. I'm not exactly just a single thing like all camping, all hiking, or biking, or you know, historical places or museums. I like doing all kinds of different things to put up that variety of my channel, you know, just in case if people are interested in those type of things. So anyway, so now that I sat up, I heard 2 young ladies coming by, so kind of another reason why I halted there for a little bit. So it kind of sent me on a tailspin when I lost all that footage, and I swore that I wasn't gonna do any more stuff for YouTube and stuff like that, because I noticed that the algorithms are getting all weird now and crazy, and they're expecting more and more from you. And I was getting a little too stressed, and I blame that on myself. I put that on myself of trying to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week to hopefully make my channel relevant, which unfortunately still hasn't reached that level yet. But anyway, so when that happened, I went into a lull. I didn't want to go nowhere, didn't want to do anything. And of course, you know, that starts messing with your head when you got kind of like a permanent cabin fever for a while. You know, the interest of going to places and wanting to film again was lost there. So I, you know, I even contemplated, you know, quitting my channel altogether. But, you know, something said, you know, don't be so hasty and just put it up on the shelf for a little bit, per se. So I did that. I just put it up on the shelf, as they say, and let it do its thing. And so I didn't do any videos. I did post a few that were non-related, stuff like that, like, you know, places I've been in the more recent times. And like recently I had gone to Dillsburg for the Dillsburg Pickle Fest, and then while I was there, I discovered Dill's Tavern, so I did a few videos from there as well, because of the events that were going on that day as well, besides the Pickle Fest, which I was a little disappointed on because they didn't have as much pickle themed things that I thought. But then I thought about it, it was because more of the name of the town, which is associated with a type of pickle. So we are not, I don't think I've crested the main part of the hill yet, but I just felt it a little bit there, because I haven't been out and hiking or nothing in a while. So I'm not, it's weird, because I kind of feel a little bit winded, but even doing this easy trail. So, well, oh, I forgot to mention the lake borders private properties along the trail here as well. So they have free range chickens here and a dog on the premises. So there's where they keep also ducks. Oh. But it's good to be back out again. I know I needed this to get my mental health in a better place than it has been over the last couple of months, and also what has been factoring into this. Okay, now I'm going downhill, so this, I don't know if it does it. So this is the kind of the big uphill coming up around here. So where was I? Anyway, yeah. So as I had mentioned before, I had contemplated just quitting doing the channel and stuff like that, and selling all my equipment and everything, and say the heck with it. And I started to miss it, so I decided to start coming out again and, you know, trying to do something about it, trying to fix my mental health, as well as dealing with other situations in my life, like my car broke down last year. Well, I have another vehicle since, but even that one is like because I don't buy new cars. I tend to buy older used cars because you can get parts somewhat cheaper for them if you need to get repaired, you know, or repair it yourself. Sometimes I'm able to do both or have someone do it for me. So when I had that vehicle break down, a day before I was supposed to attend Walter Zona's second meetup that he was hosting that last year. So you know, it that also kind of sent me into a tailspin, because when I realized that I wasn't going to have a car for a while, which had to come up with some money for within a few months to get the vehicle that I have now. So, because like I said, I believe in paying cash for my cars and stuff like that. I don't like owing anybody anything, and I know sometimes cars can get all weird and stuff, and you don't know what you're really getting yourself into when you're buying a used car, shall we say. And I say used, not pre-owned. So anyway, so I was gonna go start doing a lot of editing of that footage that I had accumulated, you know, so that I could keep more fresher content on the channel, at least until I was able to get back out. But when that hard drive decided to crash on me, which I'm trying to see if a relative of mine who delves in computers and cell phone repair and stuff like that as well, is going to be able to recover some of it. And even if I have to post it a year later now, I don't care. I will, just to show you what I was up to last year up to that point and stuff. So like I said, that sent me into a tailspin, as they say, and I was really bummed out, and I just didn't want to do anything. I'm gonna take a little side trail here. Leads down to the part of the lake here, this end of the lake. Show you how far we've come. Probably about nearly a half mile around already. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people come fishing here. Yep, there's a whole bunch of folks here fishing over there, right off to my left here. So I came over from that direction over that way. It's hard to see where I was sitting at from here at this point. Anyway, let's get back on the trail. I know they're going to hear me talking to myself on the trail and stuff like that. So as I was saying, it sent me to a tailspin where I just didn't want to do anything anymore. I just was so frustrated, and with the car situation as well happening at that time, that also affected my ability to produce more videos And that sent me even further into a tailspin because I didn't have a vehicle. I wasn't able to go places like I wanted to. But again, I was putting out 2 to 3 videos a week and stuff, so it was kind of a little stressful to do that, to kind of force yourself to wanting to put more videos out and stuff. So it was just really getting annoying. So now I've kind of decided to back off on how much content I decide to put on now. I'll still keep my 3 regular days. I just not gonna push myself to do that amount of content anymore. There's gonna be weeks where I'll be able to do all 3 days. There's gonna be weeks where I might be able to just only put 1. So, or maybe even a few weeks before I put another one out. So that's a little bit of what's going on with me right now. You know, like I said, I got stressed about trying to meet certain parameters that YouTube has set, including the algorithm thing. And so I just, this time around, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna stress about that so much. I'm gonna do it on my own terms a little bit more. Hopefully the channel won't suffer so much, you know, for it. But I know sometimes, you know, they favor certain types of channels over others, small ones like mine that may seem insignificant at this point, you know, for the level of viewership and how many people subscribe to the channel. But you know what, I really was enjoying going out and doing these adventures, despite also having to incur the financial costs to doing all these trips and going places. You know, there's the you know, obviously the cost of gas to get there, and there's admission to some places. But thankfully, a lot of like the hiking adventures that I've done, they're absolutely free. It's just a little bit of gas to get there and be able to do them. Let me see if hopefully there isn't anybody at this other lookout. So oh wow, cardinal. Yeah, I was really missing coming out and enjoying all this again. But today it seems to be a little bit kind of sticky, humid. Again, there's one of my favorite smelling flowers. A lot of them are dying already because they're close to the end of their season. Still know what it is? Comment below if you know what it is. So here's another lookout point as well. I hear people back there, sorry. Let me see if anybody's down there. Nope, it's It's like a big old drop off. But I hear people down there, so it must be people down there. So I know there's a creek that goes by me here too as well. So here's unfortunately everything has leafed out already, so you're not going to get the greatest view. Best time to come here is during the fall, early winter, spring as well. Once all the leaves drop, like they're kind of doing now, even though this is still technically spring, late spring now, just a few weeks away from summer, or unofficial summer now they call it. After Memorial Day, everything is the unofficial summer until summer officially begins. But once the leaves start falling down for the fall, you get a much nicer, better view of the lake from here. So I started all the way across over there, so now I'm about halfway, figure, around the lake. So about a half mile to there. And here's some benches with some people's, local folks that helped this happen. Oh. If only I could set up a little tent up here and stay here. It is a public park technically, so, but I don't know how they feel about coming in here and camping. Again, there's some properties around the lake here, so there's an actual street that goes right beside this part of the lake here, and homes and what have you. As you can see now from here. Well, back to what I was discussing with you anyway. So I tried to get out a few times and film, which I did a couple Christmas event. Trying to remember what else I did after that. Yeah, so and then I did something in between. Trying to remember what else it was right off the top of my head. But then, like I said, the most recent was the Dillsburg event that I went to, that I already discussed, and felt good to go back out and start filming again. I really enjoy it, doing it, but like I said, now I know I have to take care of me more and not worry so much about you know, what I'm gonna be putting out, and you know, video wise and stuff. And unfortunately, tend to be a very type of private person when it comes to certain things, and didn't reach out to people that I should have, and like certain family members and stuff like that, to help me with that. Again, I've always had that issue and stuff, and You know, that's a big fault of mine as well. But now that I know what I've been through and still going through in a way, I will be a little bit more diligent to work on that and get find somebody to talk to, you know, about what I'm doing, what I'm going. I know I can talk to my daughter and stuff and certain other people, but I can talk to my sister as well, even though she's in New York. But she wants to move out here. She said if she ever won the lottery, she'd been here to Lancaster to visit me several times, so she loves it out here. So she said she wouldn't mind buying a place out here or something. But yeah, I never was able to communicate with people in that sense, where when it came to my personal mental health, and which is a big deal now in this country. Mental health is a big thing. So if you're going through that problem, please, I implore you, find someone that you can really trust and talk to. And if not, you may have to seek professional services to help you with that as well. I'm not sponsoring anybody. I'm not sponsored by anybody in that sense. I'm just being real here and trying to tell you what I'm experiencing right now and why I've been going through this kind of stuff. And it's not easy. You know, as you can see, I don't have a problem. Well, we meet the 3/4 mile marker, so we're about 3/4 of the way now. I don't mind talking when I want to talk, but sometimes I just have issues with who I want to spill the beans to. You know, and I know my sister's one of them that I can talk with a lot. She's experienced it herself, and we're in her life situations as well. But I don't mind sharing a little bit today with this, what's going on. But not that now that I was able to share that with you and get that off my chest, I'm gonna share the remaining 1/4 mile with you around the lake here. Oh, sun is trying to come out again. Gotta watch here. There's a lot of roots, as they say here in Pennsylvania. It took me a while to learn to say that because of being from New York. Originally, I'm used to saying roots, but as you can see, there's some folks over there. I'm sure they're fishing as well. There's a few other fishing over there. view from this part of the lake. So what the hilly part is up toward that corner of the lake, as it goes up and comes right back down again. It's not that bad of an incline, so but love the sounds of the birds singing at this time of the year. Everything has regrown again. Or regrowing. Oh. We were just right over that, right over there where that log is, and there's a discharge here. Looks like when I guess when the either the lake or the stream overflows, it comes right into here, but they have some type of metal barrier over it. This kind of a culvert, I guess you want to call it. And then here's more. That's funny, according to that map, there's another secondary loop trail, but I have yet to find it. I'm going to explore more around the bathroom area, see if I see anything that way. And we are coming to the end of the trail itself, the loop. I was gonna show some stuff here from the little, I'm not sure what it is. It kind of looks like a dock, but this, like I said, this was also used at one time as a water source, so it might be related to that, whatever this is. And they have a life ring here as well. And this used to be, well, it is still, but it's hard to see the actual information here. I guess a lot of people like coming here for fishing and stuff, so. People also like doing trail running on this trail because it's kind of easy to do, and it has a little bit of challenge with the little uphill. So I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that that other loop that's supposed to be here nearby as well. I'm thinking it's probably up that way somewhere, maybe in there, but I have yet to see anything that even remotely looks like a trail heading up that way so far. But everything has grown in too, so yeah. So again, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to what I had to say and share with you about what was going on in my life and why a lot of stuff was occurring and why I wasn't posting anything for a while there, on and off only. And like I said, it's probably going to be like that more often than not. It's going to be more on and off as well. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to show you the ADA trail. I was going to come up the other way for the ADA trail, but we'll show you really quick. So basically I did part of the ADA trail already by coming from the middle there by the pavilion and the restrooms. That's part of the ADA trail as well too, heading down toward the lake itself. Got that really packed gravel. So if you have a mobility issue, you can still use a mobility chair to travel along here. Not sure if that might be mountain laurel or not. But if you haven't guessed what my favorite scent is during this time of the year, it's this honeysuckle. Has such a wonderful smell. I mean, I like the smell of roses too, but I love that smell. Like I said, a lot of it is when you see it turning yellow like that, means it's finally dying off. We're at the beginning of June already, so probably another couple of weeks before it all dies off completely. Well, I've been here before, but I've seen they've done a little bit of sort of improvements. This is something with water related, obviously, maybe sewage. That looks like it might lead back out to the lake itself. We got some invasive bamboo, but fortunately now they're finding good uses for it. They're able to make flooring out of it, and even toilet paper. I've seen ads for bamboo-based toilet paper now recently. I'm going up this hill right here and stuff, so I don't know why they made this thing here for, because there's I came up the little hill here. There's the 88 trail right here as well. And it, like I said, it just loops around Pavilion by Pavilion 2 and then turns right back up the main stretch back up to the parking lot as well. Then again, as you can see, there's many people here fishing. They need to get the stress out, and sometimes a good way to get stress out, seeing all these people fishing on here on Lake Grubb. So we have come to the end of this hike. I want to thank you for allowing me the time to share what's been going on with my life here and the reason why I almost quit doing YouTube, and but I'm gonna go forward again and continue trying to do more content. I don't know how the frequency is gonna be at this point. I'm not gonna let myself be pushed around by that algorithm. So with that, if you like this type of content, please consider like, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And remember, go create your own adventure. And as always, I'll see you at the next location.